Hello YouTube, this is Christopher with Tougaloo Outdoors, and today we're going to be making our own bait sinkers, so hopefully y'all do stick around and enjoy the video. Alright everyone, so what you're going to need for this project is, first of all, a respirator. Respirator is a very important thing to have. Lead poisoning is not something to joke around with, and I definitely recommend that if you are trying to do this, make sure you have parental supervision, and to make sure that you're extra safe with it. This is a respirator for chemicals such as lead. So there's that. Also, if you do this and you do get hurt, it's not our fault. Go ahead and clarify that. Next is a really thick welding glove. You're going to need this because your pot that you're going to boil this in or boil your lead in will be very hot. This thing is very thick. It's got Kevlar on the inside to help keep from burning your hand. So welding glove. Next is what's called as a do-it-yourself mode. As you can see, we have the bank sinker mode. With this, you can see where you pour in is on the top. You get a 2, 3, 4, and 5 ounce sinker through using this mode. This is the first time I've used one of these modes, so this is going to be a kind of like a review for it also, to see how easy it is, see my complaints, what I don't like about it, but overall. Next is going to be, obviously, you're going to need your lead. If you can't get your hands on lead, lead's actually pretty difficult to get your hands on. I recommend going to any tire shop. I don't know why that's in there, it's got a clip on it, so it's going to be polluting this. But go to any tire shop and ask them if they have a case of their lead weights. This is where I got mine. This is all lead weights from cars. So that's what you're going to use, and then what you're going to boil it in. I know they sell like actual things used to make with the sinkers, but those are like, I think $30-something. This alone, the do-it-yourself mode, well, it's $50 at Bass Pro Shop. So keep that in mind. You are going to pay a pretty penny for this, but in the long run, you're going to save a lot more money by making it yourself. So as y'all can tell, we have our fire getting up to temperature. Just to let y'all know, lead does melt at 600 and something degrees Fahrenheit. So we got to make sure our fire is up there. And one more thing I forgot to mention was something to skim off your debris from the top of your lead. You don't want like all this back here. This is just like paper. You can go through and try to clean it up. I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'm just going to skim the top before I pour. And yeah, that's about it. So we're just going to sit here and wait for our fire to get hotter, because I don't think it's as hot as it needs to be, and we will go from there. So as y'all can see right now, we have our molten lead. So all this black stuff right here, that's all the paper wrappings, everything like that that was on them. So as y'all can see, I've got a metal pole, and I'm just going to get them all out. Now this is also stuff you want to be kind of careful of, because as y'all can see, it's coming out and creating black smoke. So, as y'all can see, all that lead is moving nice and smoothly. But we're going to leave it a little bit longer and let it keep boiling, so that we know our temperature is hot enough so we can get enough time to pour it smoothly without it hardening up on us. So another thing we're going to do, as y'all can see, our lead is still getting liquefied. So we're going to take our mold and we're just going to set it pretty close to the fire, close enough to where it can get kind of hot. And the reason why is because you don't want to pour scalding hot metal into something cold. That's asking for an explosion of sorts. So that's why we're gonna try to get this warmed up a little bit, not too hot. We definitely want to pop it open check our molds, make sure there's nothing in there, and if there is, just blow it out. So our mold is cleaned out. The reason why you want to make sure that your mold's nice and smooth and cleaned out is because if your mold has stuff in it, hang on. Alright. Well, so if your mold has stuff in it, when you go to pour it, what's going to happen is it's going to cause a blockage of sorts. It's going to make it to where you can't, you won't get the proper form, we're going to call it, of your mold. So I think we are about ready to start pouring. Alright everyone, so it's about time for us to start pouring. I'm going to go ahead and grab the handle, just get a feel for how hot it is. I don't even feel the heat. Yeah, there it went. Whew, yeah, she is very hot. Very, very hot. Burnt my welding glove. Dang, it's still hot. Well. So we gotta be extra careful now because that thing just burnt straight through my welding glove and this thing has Kevlar in it. So what we're gonna try to do is try to double it up maybe. Dang man, this thing's super hot. Just gonna try to double it up best we can. And then go for a pour. It's gonna be hard to pour. We start from the furthest away. As y'all can see, we got some left over. I'm just going to set this by the fire, let that cool down. And for the rest of it, I'm so surprised that thing burnt through like that. We're going to push our mold away so our handle doesn't get burnt too bad. And we're just going to leave it like that to cool off. Oh, yeah, this thing's... Awesome. So first time pour, you know, it's not too bad. I don't think actually. All of them actually turned out pretty well. Let me find something to smack these on to loosen them up. Whew. Come on. Boom. There we go. Got ourselves some brand new sinkers and didn't have to spend, geez, I don't even know. Alright, so the last thing you want to do for your sinkers, actually this one's pretty squared away, but is cut off all this extra lead. What you can use is a pair of dikes, and just the only thing you're going to do is snip them away. Doesn't have to be perfect, mainly just because it's going to be in the water anyway. But if you want them to look nice, then you just kind of snip them away. And then you can also take sandpaper or something and sand them away, the extra So I'm just going to go through here and snip these up to look about like that, and then also you can use like this table and grind it. So yeah. And so for the last thing, if your eyelet, if this will focus, if your eyelet gets a little bit of lead in it like that, what you can do is you can take a small file and just file it away, like a little round circle one. I'm just going to leave mine because I'm not terribly worried about it. And then after that, you can just take up all of your leftover lead, throw it back in your pot or your spout that you can buy, and reuse it because it's still good lead. It's more clean than what you started off with, and you can save a lot of money doing this. I definitely recommend doing it. Just make sure that you go through the safety precautions of having a very well ventilated place and wearing respirators and safety gloves and all that fun stuff. And yeah, we're gonna actually test these out tonight and see how well they work. So hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. If y'all did, make sure to leave a like down below. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. We have a lot of videos coming out here shortly. Yeah, that's it. Alright, ladies and gents, so as y'all can tell, we did get them finished. I do want to go ahead and give a big shout out to Do It. This mold was definitely probably the best one that I've ever used. I've used plenty of them in the past. None of them are really felt as nice a quality as this one. The handles feel great. They feel like it's really made to last. One thing I also thought was very cool is, and you don't see often anymore, as y'all can see, it's made in Iowa, so definitely going to stand by this product. I definitely recommend going out to your Cabela's or any place you can find these. I know Amazon sells them, and go ahead and pick you up one or two of them. They make more than just bank sinkers. They make no rolls, egg rolls, they make jig heads, they make it all. Definitely try them out. Definitely recommend them. Product is something I stand by. So if you are interested in making one of these or making your own weights, the best company's right here.